Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I have not only one but actually two sketchbook tours because in my last video I mentioned how I lost motivation for my art, for traditional art, for almost a year, and that I in that time started two sketchbooks. I haven't finished so far, but started another sketchbook I had finished, which that was the sketchbook tour. It was me showing that other sketchbook. And today I'm going to make tours of these, even though they are not finished. More than half of it is finished. I think in these 20 pages or a bit less are left, and in the other more than half of it is filled. But I must say I don't have the motivation to finish them actually, because it's it's unusual for me to have a sketchbook for this long time, and I don't know it. I don't feel motivated to finish them at all. I don't feel happy with finishing them at all. So I'm just gonna flip through them and maybe talk about some stuff. Sometimes in my last video I pointed out a lot of stuff. I talked about a lot of stuff and pointed out about the characters who are my OCs, who are my girlfriend's OCs. In this one I will not do it as much. I will still do it, but not on every single page. I'm gonna be like, haha, look, this is my girlfriend's OC, this is my OC, because it gets very repetitive. Repetitive. This is the word. On the past few pages, you've seen these dynamic pose studies or practices, and this is me suffering and not understanding how that works. I have a better understanding on it nowadays. Like, as I said, this was started in September 2020, which is 9 months ago. My poses still aren't as dynamic, but they've become better, and I have a better understanding of dynamic poses now. So yeah, that will get better too soon. Here's stuff from Pinterest I drew with my OCs. I will want to do that as a full thing, of maybe half of, or a whole sketchbook page and a smaller one, because I don't know, I still just don't really know which OCs to use. Probably Diana, this OC for this, and this probably Milo, which is him, and I don't know who the others will be. My persona. And yeah, Nun, Six, Pascal, and Mike, they belong to my girlfriend, and this is my OC. And basically, these two are dating in canon, but we have an alternative universe where they're a poly couple, which we also roleplay now and then. Last year we did roleplay it mostly, but nowadays we mostly roleplay the canon actually, or short AUs, not a big AU like that one was. Here's something cut out because I had to draw something in art class, and my teacher needed to print it. Here's these lyrics. They are not meant to apply to me. They are meant to apply to this character, by the way, because she's schizophrenic and has voices in her head. I don't have that much to say, honestly, because it's been so long since I made this, and it's really just a lot of stupid headshot and bust shot duels, and not as exciting as my other sketchbook, to be honest, because there's not a lot to talk about. But about this I can tell you something. This is thumbnail art for a school thing where we did in December, in December we did an advent calendar at school where some classes made a video, and then every day a video was uploaded on the school website. And for my video, a classmate and I, we made a split paint of me drawing something digitally, and then we drew it traditionally and colored it, and it was like, hey, look, you can copy the drawing, you can use it as a tutorial, or my teacher also made prints of it, and then students could come to our classroom and pick it up to color it. But I don't think anyone actually came, but my classmates colored it. Here, I did this in English class. I had a huge art block at that moment, but this one turned out pretty neat. It's cute. There's actually some color in the sketchbook too. This is Jake, but in his emo phase. I should draw him with that again. I think it's fun because all the time I draw him as this like soft boy, but he used to be. He never called himself an emo, but he did wear edgy makeup. Also, I know there's a lot more to being emo than wearing makeup, which is why Jake never called himself that. Stupid, dumb little baby persona. Yeah, basically in the story my persona appears in, most of the time she's like a child. And yeah, like the time we will play it. Me as Plopcat. If you don't know Plopcat, please literally just type Plopcat in YouTube and watch whatever you will find. It's one of my favorite memes ever because it's so cute but also so funny, and with the like variations you can do with the doing it with songs like Plop. I hate this. It could look so good if the face wasn't this, especially the mouth, and I think the eyes are a bit weird. Here this must have been at around December. Oh yeah, like the other stuff, but like at the end of December, because I was watching Sketchbook tours and I was like, hey, these people have so cool art. My art used to be so cool too. I have to get back into drawing more, especially my sketchbook. I want my sketchbook to be very cool again, like my old ones were. Not just sketches, but actually more colored stuff. And here I was like criticizing my art style a bit, like making it more dynamic, a bit more energy and whatever. I can realize this is too stiff and stuff. And also here's my girlfriend and me, and our personas, and my persona, and hers, Felix. This is Milan from the back because I was kind of practicing how to draw his hair. And I don't know why I gave him no wings. He has wings. Plopcat again, because Plopcat is wonderful. Wonderful. So that's what the word is like. Here's Milo and James, my dear boyfriends in the future. Here's Felix. He doesn't want to eat potato salad again. It's kind of an inside joke I made up, and now it's canon. That's something that happens a lot. Me making inside jokes about my girlfriend's OCs, and then she just makes them canon. Like, other jokes include James smelling very bad, and I don't even know what other stuff I made up because it's so much. Some of my OCs. This is Say, Pal, and Flower. She's very cute. Here I was struggling with drawing my hair. I was figuring out a bit because my hairstyle had changed at that point. You have to know I cut my hair this short back in April of 2020, and of course it's grown since then. I haven't cut it since then. It's become pretty long, actually. As long as I haven't had it in 3 years, because I cut it very short always since I think August 2018. Every traditional artist feels this, like to smudge the line out. It's painful. Here I drew my OC Smiley. Before, his design was very cutesy, but I don't want it to be only cutesy because he's a bit of a mysterious and kind of creepy character. So I was getting that into his design, as you can see here. And yeah, this page is probably the best one in the entire sketchbook, let's be honest. It's very nice. The coloring is so good. And yeah, they're like roommates in the story. So here's Jake wanting to sleep because he's exhausted from school probably, and he looks up at the ceiling and there's Smiley literally being glued or stuck there, and I don't know how he got up there, but he did. He will probably do it again. Okay, this page is print too. Here's more of my OCs and Felix. Here, this is Blade, Night Scar, Goldie Light, and Say. These 4 are like a group of friends, I'd say. They work together because Goldie Light owns a small restaurant and her friends work there. It's a fun, short, like, little story. And as you probably saw on Blade, that he wore rollerblades, where his name comes from too. He always wears them even when he's working, so sometimes he'll like bring drinks to some people who and then he just smashes into the wall because he lost control. This is from a crazy image with like a guy sitting on a chair on a closet, and then someone comes in and is like, what? And yeah, I drew them this with my girlfriend's OCs because Jay is like his babysitter, I think. Like, she actually works to raise them because it's a long story. But yeah, she kind of raised them, not from baby age, but sometime before he became a teenager. Yeah. Do a page of my girlfriends and me and our personas. It's only our personas, I noticed. I think these drawings would be way much better if I made line art with like a fine liner, like a dark fine liner. But it's still good. This is like a joke cover for a joke song. The song is called Kein Cent by Papa Platte, who is a German streamer who occasionally makes songs as a joke. And he made a song that goes like, haha, I have no cents, only euros. Like, as in saying he's rich or more rich than other people. And yeah, like Nito, he is a live streamer, and Zülfia, his younger brother, becomes a rapper one day. So I don't know, I thought it was fun to make a cover thing. I think I was too lazy to actually color it. Also, I realized the chair does not have stools or legs or whatever you call them. It just literally floats. Here we have Diana and Elvin, and I like drew Diana with her very, very old design from probably 4 or even, no, it could have been 4 years ago. And I drew her with that dress. Nowadays, I draw my OCs with whatever clothing fits them right now. Some OCs I draw with the same clothing all the time, but sometimes, like most of the time, I don't stick to one clothing design or like one outfit, and I draw them in whatever outfit I feel like. Exception is probably Jake, because I draw him in a white shirt, a blue shirt, or a blue hoodie most of the time. But it's just something that fits his character, because he doesn't wear too many different clothes like other characters might do. Like Diana, she wears a bigger variety of different clothing. Here we have Milo. A lot of Milos and some Jakes. This is based on a roleplay my girlfriend and I had, which was based on the song these lyrics are from, which is Zuki Zuki Daisuki. It's pretty much something yandere, I'd say. It's this whole if you don't love me back, I'll kill you thing. And we had made a roleplay with that, where Milo has a psychosis and believes his boyfriend wants to leave him, and like James doesn't want to leave him. It's the psychosis that makes Milo believe it. So he becomes very yandere and threatens James to kill him if he leaves him, even if he never wanted to leave him in the first place. This is my girlfriend and me as cursed emojis. I don't know if this is me or Jake, but I think it's me. I don't know what happened here. It's kind of sticky. The pages actually stick together. Kind of, I don't know what it is. Could be masking fluid, but I don't know. More stuff. Felix and Mariah, like on the previous page, they get married one day. They're like a couple, but pretty like in the future of the timeline, probably when they're like 28, I'd say, or like 29, at that age around. It plays a bit later than all the other storylines. I will make a video getting into that one day when I have the motivation to it. Here's my girlfriend and me. I'm always the one with pink hair, by the way. And my OC Melanie, my girlfriend's OC Pascal. He's, by the way, my Persona's adoptive father. And Nun6 is the mother. Yes, he's a man. But he's referred to as the mother all the time. And because like that's what he feels comfortable with, like playing the mother role. Actually, I made a video about that a while ago about the whole story thing, which it's not that long ago. It was the one about Lost and Found, if you're interested in that. This is Milo as Hatsune Miku, because sometimes I would make a typo when typing his name, and then there was this, like, I wrote Miku, and I was like, haha, Hatsune Miku. So yeah, I drew that. It was fun. Here's Milan as Celos Wilder, I don't know, from Tales of Symphonia, which is one of my favorite animes. My girlfriend and I watched it together when I visited her. And Celos really, really reminds me of my OC Milan. So I thought, like, hey, I'm just gonna draw him with his clothes and his hairstyle. Here's my OC Dynamite. I was experimenting with his design because at this point I really disliked, or like not disliked, but I wasn't satisfied with the design he had at that time. But now I'm with his current design, I'm very satisfied. I like it a lot. Here's Jake and his boyfriend Ace. They're cuties. Here's Nun6, but with short hair when he was a teenager. Now, like, although he has very long hair on this side and short hair on this side. This is Mercy Mello. She's Milo's ex-girlfriend. They dated when they were like 13 or 14. Ah yeah, I just a few minutes ago, or like, yeah, I talked about the Lost and Found thing, the video. That video was connected to my Sadness Ran Through Him animatic, which this is the thumbnail for, if you're interested in looking at it. Basically, I make a lot of these squares. I almost forgot a word for it, and I write the lyrics for that part on it. I make very rough sketches and make notes to it, what's gonna happen. Like here, everyone disappears until it's only James, for example. And here, because usually I do it with the lyrics for what image is for what part, but for this the lyrics weren't very clear anymore, so I just made it with timestamps. Yeah, this is Criticus. He's a very fun character. I love him, like I love all my OCs. And yeah, here's some funny Quidditch quotes. Funny Twitter quotes, compilation videos, and some are like funny or fit to my OC, so I wrote them down with the belonging OC. Here's Criticus again, but colored. As you can see, he has many rings because you know who he's married to. His big ass fucking ego. Look at him. He has a very, very big ego. I like his design. I think I'm gonna add like more accessories to it because he's like a king. He needs a lot of fancy stuff. I hope I'm not like going through these pages too fast. Oh my god. That wasn't supposed to happen. Anyways, I hope I'm not going through these pages too fast, but I don't have anything to say right now, and I don't want the video to be too long. This is my girlfriend with a long Furby, and me as a long Furby, because out of nowhere she just got these long Furby videos recommended on her YouTube, and I was like, I'm gonna just draw her for fun. I really like this one. It's my girlfriend and my personas. The drawing is based on the song Rain by Ben Platt. I drew this with these Ecoline watercolors, fluid watercolors. They're my favorite watercolors actually to use. I love the ones in pans, or occasionally I use watercolors from tubes, but I think these are my favorite. I just don't use them as much as I want to. Take a shot every time. Mao almost lets his phone fall over. Ah, yes, this is from when my girlfriend and I started playing Stardew Valley together. We still do until this day. We had like a 1 or 2 month break from it because there was just never time to play it. But last week we started like playing it together again. But this was from when we first started again. We had multiplayer farms years ago, but this time it's like the main one, and we play now daily again. We made our OCs Milo and James for it, and yeah, since the last update you can take off clothes, and she always takes off James' clothes, and I'm like, no, and then she just lets him walk around half naked on the farm, and I'm like, no. Here's my girlfriend and I as Furbies, which are fake Furbies, and I love them. I would love to have one, but I don't know where you can get one. I looked around for it, never found it anywhere, so I'm just gonna sew one myself someday. These are storyboards for an animation I want to do one day when I'm not too lazy. Lyrics from a My Chemical Romance song. This is the layout for where my book plays, where Sinister Soul plays, which is the school area. Like here you have the main school building and all the houses and stuff, and a small park. Boys. And the setup for the house the characters live in, because it's like a boarding school. Boy. His name is Itinerus, by the way. You might notice my characters have weird names sometimes, because I don't know, I just like making up names, or like basing words off of Latin words. By the way, Sunshine or Sunny, I really like her design. She's a cutie, devilish and loose, and he was kind of struggling like how to draw her hair, because she has like curly hair but not too curly. As I just said, my OC's names, like Ninsix, they live in a country my girlfriend and I made up, which not to get into the history of it now, but classic the name is called Recrutia. Like classic Recrutia names are based off Latin words usually, or just random names that don't really have connection to any words existing. I'd say, like, what word would you connect Ninsix to? I think I actually wanted to call him Nyx first, but there's so many people who have OCs called Nyx, and I was like, gotta make it spicy. So his name is Ninsix now. This is a human Hello Kitty. My girlfriend and I drew her for her mother's birthday. We made like a card, and then we drew her. I think I made the sketch for that drawing, and she, like, my girlfriend lined it and colored it, and I shaded it, if I remember right. Speaking of my girlfriend, this is her persona. I don't know why she looks so angry, actually. This was in April when I got my hamster, so here's hamster. And my girlfriend's OC Pascal trying to cook a steak with one of these hand burner things. This is, I think, the room setup where for Jake in the story. These are not wins. They're just songs I had stuck in my head at that time. Also, Spanish lyrics. I still don't understand Spanish. I just liked the song, which was from FNAF High School. And this is also from FNAF High School, from the Wolf in a Sheep's Clothing cover. And just the lyrics of the cover fits Jake and Dynamite a lot, more than the original song does, which is bestseller if you don't know, by the way. And yeah, but these aren't like the Spanish lyrics, they're translated back to English, and they are like different from the original song. My girlfriend and I, we made this as a collab. I sketched it and she finished it digitally, like made the line art and stuff. Kuromi, because essentially my girlfriend and I are just we're literally my melody and Kuromi. Here, this is my old persona from 2000, yeah, late 2018, beginning of 2019. I've had my persona like this with the cat ears since it hasn't even been a year. I think it was July or August 2020. But before that, my persona still looked different than what was just on the previous pages. This is, we don't have a name for him, but it's a fusion of Jake and Ace, I think. As a name, Jace would be cool, or Angelic Soul, because Angelic Soul is the shipping name. I like making these fancy shipping names for our OC ships, but we don't have a lot. I think we have Explosive Lovers for another ship, and Fixated Love, or Fixated Energy it was. But besides that, we don't have that many of these fancy shipping names. We have to come up with them. This is a quote from the vegan Korean here on YouTube. Her stories are very inspiring and nice to listen to, even though they're very sad. But she just seems like a very great person, and I look up to her, kind of. So yeah, I just wrote something from her video on here. Here's the lyrics are from Mr. Glassman by Scotty Sire, I think. I found the song like coincidentally, and yeah, it just fit Jake very well. And speaking of Jake, here's him with Ace. I actually finished this drawing. I just can't show you right now because it's on my closet and I'm too lazy to edit this video in the end. But you will probably see it one day on here. Note 6, and this is my hamster Peggy as a human. I think it's Peggy, but I didn't like this design, so I made it again. Blah. My hamsters Ellie and Peggy. I already drew them in my other sketchbook and showed it in my last tour, but this was actually drawn before that. Like, the time is kind of weird because I've had a sketchbook for such a long time and barely drew in it. So yeah, here's just some stuff about Ellie and some stuff about Peggy. And here's Peggy again. I think I wanted to draw Ellie here, but yeah, and here's some avocado paper. These are redraws from, if you knew me from when I was active on Instagram, you must probably know that I had a comic for Sinister Soul. It's gone, by the way. Everything is archived on my accounts. You won't be able to find it again. I was very unsatisfied with these comics in the end. I hated it, but I just really disliked it, and it didn't turn out as something like what I wanted it to be. But there's still some nice panels, so I redrew 2 of them. And here's when my motivation started back, which is the 13th of May. This is my girlfriend's OC and this too. This is, by the way, Dynamite's final or like current design, which I like a lot. I think he looks cool and edgy, but not too edgy, which is good. Oh yeah, me nach Buchstabensuppe, like me after Buchstabensuppe is something on a Discord server I'm on that where writers who like write stories read their story, and I drew this after my first time on there. I was so nervous, but I did it well. Meanwhile, like it's every 2 weeks, so this must be 6 weeks ago, like just a few days ago it was again. So yeah, I read my first chapter of Sinister Soul so far. Besides, on that server I don't show my story really anywhere, maybe to my friends, I guess, or my girlfriend. But yeah, it's nowhere public. And I am not ready to have it really public anywhere so far. But one day, my girlfriend's Aussie Nitro. He's wearing probably his boyfriend's hoodie. I think this drawing turned out very nice. Milan. I really like it for some reason. My girlfriend Aussie Miles. He's a Dilf. Well, we joke around with that. And Dynamite, very angry. This was weird, so I redrew it and then it looked good. It's Memphis, by the way. He's Milan's twin brother. Thumbnail art for something I wanted to draw on my OC's birthday, when Jake and Dynamite had their birthday, but I decided to not draw it because I had already made another birthday drawing for them. You can see it in my last sketchbook tour. Pascal and Joelle. This is a very old inside joke because years ago my girlfriend, her drawings were like very long bodies and I said make jokes about them being bananas, so I drew Joelle as a banana back then and I found it again and I was like, hey, I'm just gonna redraw it, so Banana Joelle and Joelle as Hatsune Miku. It's kind of a funny story how that drawing came to be. There's this German TV show called Hilf mir, which is translated like help me, and it's a very trashy show, and there was this episode of a girl wanting to be a cosplayer, and I was like making jokes about haha, this is Joelle, because the show is very dumb. It's, oh my god, I hate it because it's so stupid. My girlfriend and me and Pascal and Sass. And this is the last page of this sketchbook. I've been filming for half an hour and I'm still gonna record the other one, I think. Yeah, at the moment I have blonde hair. Usually it's like this. As you can see, it's long. Because I bleached it yesterday. Oh no, it was 2 days ago. Yeah, so now I have blonde hair for a while. Now we'll get into the smaller sketchbook. So, yeah. There was another page on here, but I put it on the wall at school, in my classroom. So yeah, my first plan for this was to color everything. So like me, I would sketch everything at school and line it at home and color it. But I ended up not doing that. Here's Memphis and Jake. They were supposed to be a couple, but I scrapped that. Flora. Dynamite's past design. Like one of his past designs, and some cute Milo. And yeah, I don't have as much to talk about. Some lyrics with Milo. I have to skip one page here, so if you're just curious where I am holding this. Yeah. Again, I actually I don't know if this was Vent stuff. Could have been me not feeling as great or just having the song stuck in my head because yeah, it's from Oklahoma by Jack Stauber. I really like his music. My girlfriend and I. Yeah, most of these sketches were done in school because I draw a lot in school. I still pay attention to everything. Actually, drawing and listening to class is more helpful than not doing anything while listening. And my teachers seem to be okay with it. Like, no teacher ever told me to stop drawing at my current school. So I guess it's fine. I still do every exercise and listen to stuff. So, yeah. These are Alma and Roseanne. Roseanne is Joelle's kind of mother. She's a robot, and they're all experiments and stuff, and they live in the same... I forgot the word for it. Oh my god. Office, I'd say. Laboratory, that's the word. Yeah, laboratory. They live in the same laboratory. These two and Joel, and she kind of took him as her son, and he's kind of like brother to Joel. I'm more like a full body to, like, you know, where you can open him and take parts out and stuff. I still don't know if I made these because I wasn't feeling great or if I just had the song stuck in my head. But I think if I was actually feeling better, I would have, like, drawn Vance stuff, but it's really just not Vance stuff, it's just characters. Like, existing, I guess. Yeah, I really think I just had a song stuck in my head for everything. Use Pascal and Mao, like my persona, as Animal Crossing characters. This turned out very cute, actually. I got a new jacket, like one of these big puffy winter jackets that day, and I was like, this is how I feel with it. Like, well, and I drew my girlfriend in one too. I don't know if she has a purple one of these, but I don't think so. I got a pink one. This is me in a pretty dress I wore that day. Whoa, OCs, like, oh, there is OCs. Trailer Park from Wish. I don't think that's like a joke or like meme in English, but in German we say, like, when something's bad or not the same as it should, as good as it should be, I'd say we say from Wish, because on Wish the products aren't always what they promise to be. So yeah, Trailer Park is a German band. And yeah, some of my OCs, they just remind me of the songs, I'd say, and the characters the like band members pretend to be, because it's a parody band. And yeah, that's why I said they're from Wish. At this time, Among Us was getting big, and I really like playing it. So, Amogus Bean. Kind of height difference between some OCs. I don't know what is wrong with Pascal's hair on here, but it looks kind of weird. Amogus and Kurumi on My Melody, and Tonkatsu from Sumiko Gurashi. I really like Sumiko Gurashi. My girlfriend's in my persona, and Milo as a femboy with a skirt. And Milo, like, actually as a girl. But yeah, he's a boy. I just wanted to draw him gender band for that one. And Jake again. I think Jake and Milo are probably the OCs I draw the most. Here's Dynamite. This hair still looks cool on him too, but I like the one I give him for his final design now. But I mean, he can still wear that hairstyle occasionally. I mean, you change your hair in real life too. Insert song lyric here. Battle Symphony is a song by Linkin Park, if you didn't know. Smiley again. Oh god, what is he? I think I drew this, and then I was on a phone call with my girlfriend, and we joked about him, that he should have a knife, and I was like, I just added a knife. Yeah, it's the last page. This is Sam, he's Jake's father, and I was like looking if he should have dark brown or black hair, because he looks very similar to James, my girlfriend's OC, like almost the same hairstyle and stuff, and they're both alcoholics and whatever. Yeah, so I don't know, but that's it, actually. I don't have anything more to say about the sketchbooks. The video is almost 40 minutes long. Oh my god, if you seriously watched everything, what is wrong with you? I hope you enjoyed this. I personally like watching long sketchbook tours with a lot of talking, so I hope someone who enjoys that too enjoyed this video. if you're seriously that crazy, please leave a comment and tell me you watched everything. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and bye.